Let's take a trip to Chicago. Cog Custom Q, made by the world famous Chicago Q maker himself, Mr. Joey Gold. This is a very, very, very clean, pre-loved Q. Very clean. In fact, the overall condition, including the shafts, the Q from the top to the bottom in its entirety is very close to brand new. That's why we're calling it or classifying it as pre-loved condition. No apologies on this one at all. Very, very, very few signs of play. This is a 5 point. 5 points. So you have 5 of his very, very, very unique and artistic floating points. Some of these come with 3 points up top, okay? This is an upgraded model. And then you also have real silver in between the points. It's really hard to pick up on camera how truly beautiful these are. And then the other thing about it is this. At the top of each of the points, there is a little teeny, teeny, tiny piece of silver inlaid also in top of the point. On top of the point, I'm sorry. Or you could say in top would be inside of the point there, which is true because it's inlaid, but in any event, it's on top. They're so small you can barely see it, but it really shimmers under the light. So I'm going to give you a perspective here. Then I'm also going to point out to you that there's more points. I actually described one of these before as a 10 point, but the correct way to describe it is in fact a 5 point, even though you do have an additional 5 smaller points in the base of the Q here, also inlaid with silver at the tip of each. I mean, there's just so much intricate work that goes into everything Joe Gold does. Take a look at the silver. Now here's the best part about a cog. Even though they look super cool and the silver is really mesmerizing when you spin it under the lights, that's not the reason why people buy these. Yes, I do believe that they're collectible and they're going to continue to grow in value. That's my opinion, only an opinion. I can't tell you anything for sure because there's no guarantees, but from my experience as a collector and a dealer and a player, I believe that these are going to continue to go up and up in value. Joey's not getting any younger, but people buy these because they play phenomenal. If you have not hit a ball with a cog, they truly have a completely unique hit. Nothing else hits like a cog. Not saying it's the best hit in the world, although some people do believe that. You've got different people groups that celebrate different types of cues, but I will tell you that the vast majority of people that have played with a cog will agree Joey's craftsmanship, of course, is second to none, and the playability speaks for itself. There's a lot of great players and novices alike that will only play with a cog. So the wrap area right here, this is a embossed elephant wrap. Embossed. It's not real elephant for any tree huggers or bunny kissers out there, but it is real leather. And the texture and the print, everything feels genuine. A lot of people actually prefer this kind of leather over the real one because of the way that it feels and how it holds up. This is a really nice wrap. And the installation has been done perfectly, by the way. Very nice Fire Mexican Cocobolo. It's got that reddish lava type look with black. That's the cog pin right there. And then again in the butt sleeve, you have an additional 5 smaller floating design points, also accented right in the middle with silver. And then of course you have silver ring work at all positions. Very, 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 very close to new, very clean. These are very, very hard to get too because Joe Gold has a long wait list, and he's always working through overseas orders and high-end orders. It would definitely not be an easy feat to be able to get your hands on one of these. 13 millimeter shafts plus. You have 3.4 ounce. The butt weight is 14.5 ounces. Weight can be added if you would like to. Super, super clean. If you need financing, check out the financing options on our website, crossroadcues.com. There's no natural material in this cue, so we should be able to ship it anywhere. Let's take one more look at those 5 beautiful floating points with the silver in between. Cognoscenti, made by the world-famous Chicago cue maker himself, Mr. Joe Gold, crossroadcues.com.